My beloved child, stop scrolling and listen closely. Something from heaven is moving in your direction, and it cannot be stopped. There has been an eruption in the spirit realm. A long silent room has burst open with voices, accusations and trembling confessions. And the center of it all is you. You didn't force this conflict, but your very existence and spiritual energy stirred it. A battle has broken out not just in one family, but between the forces of love and fear, between truth and manipulation. Your name was mentioned with trembling hands and broken voices, because your presence carries the weight of destiny. Archangel Michael stands beside you, revealing this to you now, because heaven needs you to know what's unfolding. This isn't just about feelings or relationships. It is about spiritual alignment, generational breakthroughs and divine timing. Someone tried to hide their true self from you. They were pressured, controlled, and spiritually silenced. But that silence just exploded. The tension could no longer hold. Their family has tried everything to prevent this person from walking toward the light. God placed inside you, but now the truth is trembling on their lips. Comment below, I receive divine truth and healing in this moment. Like, share, and subscribe if you feel this message touches you. Behind the scenes, voices shouted. Someone in their family pointed at your name like a blade and said, "Tell them everything or we will." Your person froze not because they were weak, but because they realized time had run out. They were never trying to reject you. They were trying to protect you from the chaos behind them. But now that storm has found them, and God is using it to push them into truth. This love is more than romantic. It's ancient, it's spiritual. It breaks old soul ties and lifts curses that have existed for generations. The family always sensed it. They always knew your connection was different. But today they had to face it. Someone older, perhaps a mother or an aunt, accused you of stealing this person's destiny. She screamed that your presence was dangerous, that you were pulling them away from tradition. But your person stood their ground. They didn't shout, they didn't run. They simply stayed, because when love is divine, it can't be silenced by fear, and it can't be killed by control. Comment below, I accept the love and truth God sends into my life. Tears were shed, accusations flew. Someone in the family threatened to expose secrets that would harm your person. And yet your name still stood tall in the middle of it all. Because the truth cannot be erased. The truth is, your person has loved you in a way they could never say. It's a love that breaks chains. A love that causes heaven to move. And though they've been silent, they have never stopped thinking about you. This moment was always coming, And now God says it's time to step into the light. There's a secret they've carried, something about their past. A mistake, a hidden truth. A burden placed on their shoulders from long ago that has kept them shackled in fear. This secret has been used like a leash by those around them, keeping them controlled, keeping them silent. But today something broke. The spiritual leash snapped. They fell to their knees when no one was watching, and whispered your name through tears. They know you deserve the full truth. Not fragments, not lies. Not silence, the whole truth. If this message has touched your heart, don't let this moment pass. Sow a seed of faith through super thanks, and watch how God multiplies it back into your life. Every gift supports this mission, spreading God's truth and setting souls free. Give a $55 super thanks today, as an act of gratitude and divine alignment. Your generosity opens doors of blessings you never imagined. Click below, plant your seed, and step into God's abundant favor. You've likely wondered why they were distant, why they were warm one day and cold the next. It wasn't because they didn't care. It was because they were being watched, criticized, judged by those closest to them. They lived in fear of what would happen if they spoke up. Someone even threatened to reveal their most personal confessions if they didn't walk away from you. But your person has made a choice. They will no longer about a fear. They will tell you everything, even if it costs them everything else. This is not just a moment of emotional confession. It is a moment of spiritual liberation. They are no longer just fighting for love. They are fighting for freedom. And when they speak, what they share will shake you. Not in a way that hurts, but in a way that finally sets you both free. They may speak about their spiritual calling, their hidden gifts, their destiny. You will realize that all the confusion, the distance, the broken communication was not rejection. It was protection. But now the walls are falling. Comment below, I choose freedom, clarity, and spiritual awakening. Today they love you in a way that scares them. Not because you are dangerous, but because their whole life was built around fear, silence, and obedience. You represent something radical: freedom, divine love, truth. And now, after years of carrying this secret, they are ready to let go. They whispered your name in private, but now they will say it aloud. Not just to you, but in front of those who tried to silence them. Heaven is backing them. Archangel Michael is covering them. And God is making sure no harm will come to the truth. What you to share was never ordinary. That's why it has faced such resistance. Because when heaven ordains a union, Hell sends confusion, but the confusion is ending. The veil is lifting, and the revelation is going to feel like divine justice. You will feel every ounce of peace you were denied. You will see every scar make sense. And above all, you will realize that this was never just about a person loving you. This was about God choosing you to heal a bloodline. Comment below, I receive restoration, truth and divine connection right now. Share this video and subscribe if your heart feels aligned with this. You were born for this. Every delay, every heartbreak, every unanswered question was God preparing you for this moment. This connection is not just about healing your person. It's about healing you. It's about making peace with everything you thought was rejection. God was never punishing you. He was protecting you until the right moment. And now that moment has arrived. The chains are off, the truth is rising. And the one you thought you lost is finding their way back. Not with empty promises, but with raw truth. Archangel Michael stands with you not only to protect you from lies, but to ensure that what is coming will no longer be delayed. A conversation is about to change your life. And in that moment you will no longer feel forgotten or unloved. You will feel seen, chosen. Protected. The past is not your prison. It was your preparation, and now your breakthrough is not just near. It's here, my precious child. You have been divinely chosen to hear this. The story is not over, in fact. What's coming next is the part heaven has been waiting for. The person you thought had forgotten you has not. They have fallen in love with you in the midst of chaos. While being shackled to a family that worships control more than freedom. This family, blind to the ways of divine alignment, feared your light because it threatened the shadows they were comfortable living in. But now your person has reached the edge. They are willing to lose blood ties, rather than lose the soul connection that is only found in you. This stillness they've been in is not peace. It's grief. It's the weight of knowing what they walked away from, and the price they paid for silence. But now the silence is screaming. They can't go on like this. They failed to stand up before. They've run, but not this time. This time they are willing to be misunderstood, disowned, even abandoned. Because not choosing you has already cost them everything that matters. That's how real this is. That's how sacred your presence is in their life. Comment below, I am ready for God's truth. I receive it fully, so please like, share and subscribe to receive more prophetic messages. God is revealing that someone younger in the family, possibly a cousin or a sister, spoke up. They saw the truth. They defended your person. They said, let them go, this is love. That spark of support gave your person a breath of hope. But it wasn't enough to stop the toxic verdict that had already been declared. One woman in particular has long polluted the atmosphere, manipulating others, spreading lies, turning hearts cold. She feels your relationship is a threat to her power. But Archangel Michael says, no false narrative will outlast divine purpose. What is born of truth will break through any lie. Your person has already written to you. It may be in a message or voice memo, a draft that's been rewritten 100 times. Their hands shake every time they touch the screen. Tears stain their phone screen as they whisper your name. They've walked many roads, tried many distractions, but every path still curves back to you. They've stopped fearing the disapproval of their family. What they now fear is missing the one person who ever truly saw them. They are coming, they are ready. And when they do, they'll speak as if heaven gave them the words. Comment below, I believe in God's timing and divine alignment for me. They will tell you everything. How they were spiritually warned about you, but not in a way that said stay away. The warning transformed into revelation. The dreams grew stronger the more they resisted. The more their souls screamed your name. They've realized something powerful. Loving you is the only place where they feel free, alive and whole. Every other part of their life has been about performance and masks. But with you they can breathe. They don't want to pretend anymore. They're ready to walk away from anything that doesn't honor love. Because your love is the only place that feels holy. You've been sensing it, haven't you? The signs, the dreams, the numbers, the repeated names, the songs that feel like messages. That's not coincidence, that's their spirit speaking to yours. Their thoughts of you haven't slowed since the family war broke out. In fact, their desire to reach you has only deepened. They're making plans now, quiet ones, to message you, to meet you, to reveal what they've never dared say. If you've been feeling a strange build-up in your heart, or pressure in your soul, it's because your hearts are aligning for a divine collision. And it's almost here. Comment below. I am spiritually open, emotionally ready, and divinely aligned. Please like, comment, and subscribe if this resonates with your journey. Someone in their family may try to send you a warning, a message that seems protective but is really rooted in fear. Be careful, don't let it shake your spirit. That message will not carry love. It will carry confusion, and confusion never comes from God. The real message, the one that will shift your world, will come from your person. You will recognize it immediately. It will feel familiar. It will feel like a missing piece falling into place. Archangel Michael reminds you, the turbulence you feel now is not danger. It's the storm that prepares the soil for something beautiful to grow. When your person speaks, let them speak. Don't interrupt, let their voice shake. Let the tears come, let them apologize. Not just for what they did, but for what they didn't have the courage to do sooner. They will tell you that they were commanded by their family to walk away, that they were warned, silenced, even punished for loving you. But even in distance, even in fear, their soul still called your name. Because this isn't just a relationship, it's prophecy. And what heaven ordains cannot be destroyed by earthly manipulation. Comment below, I will receive truth without fear and love without doubt. The truth is coming, there's no stopping it now. Every false story they told to protect the family's wishes is crumbling. The roots of deception are rotting. They are ready to rise, not to impress, not to convince, but to adore you without shame, to stand beside you not in secret, but in the open, to be who they truly are, the version of themselves that only you bring out. Prepare yourself not for disappointment, but for restoration. Do not run from the feelings that rise. Do not let fear steal your moment. This is your divine alignment arriving in truth. They may look at you and say, I didn't just fall in love with you. I stood up because of you. Those words will shake something inside you that no one else could touch. You'll feel it in your chest, in your spirit, in your breath. Because you were meant to hear this, now the season of silence has ended. The years of confusion are done. Love is breaking through. The next chapter of this story is not written in shame. It is written in sacred light. And you, beloved child, are at the center of it all. If you feel led to show your appreciation even more, you can make a donation of up to $20. Your support helps us share more messages like these with those who are waiting for a sign from God. This message isn't just about love. It's about deep transformation. They are no longer who they once were. The person you once knew was bound by expectations, culture, and silent fear. But now they are cracked wide open, raw, healed by the sorrow, and made whole by the thought of standing beside you again. They want to meet you not with shame, but with bold, vibrant energy. This change didn't happen overnight. It came through many nights of sleepless crying, isolation, and whispering your name in prayer. Every time they argued with their family, it was as if the heavens were carving them out of the old mold and preparing them for a life of truth. Their physical body is even responding. Heart palpitations, intense dreams, a restless spirit. That's the labor of spiritual rebirth. You are the life they are giving birth to. You are the future they now crave more than survival type. Amen if you believe in divine rebirth and spiritual connection. Like, comment, and subscribe if this message touched your soul. They've always wanted to say it. I am not who they say I am. But the words never came out right. Their identity was shaped by controlling voices. They were judged, boxed, and silenced. But when they think of you, they feel infinite. You were never just a person to them. You were light even in silence. They saw you even in the shadows. They admired you. You gave them hope just by being. They watched you from afar, longed for you in secret, and prayed for the courage to break the chains that tied them down. Now they have it, and you were the reason. This isn't just about reconnection. It's about redemption. Ancestral trauma is ending. Generational pain is breaking. You were chosen to love them past what their own blood allowed. That is a divine mission. Archangel Michael confirms that. The fire around your love wasn't to destroy. It was to refine. False alliances are falling, and only what is pure will remain. You might receive a message, an email, or even a visit. Don't dismiss it. It may look small, but it carries a lifetime's worth of soul-cleansing truth. Type Amen if you believe healing is unfolding in your bloodline. When they speak, their voice may quiver. Their thoughts might stumble. But when the words finally break free, it will shatter every lie you were told. They'll admit that they never left because of you. They left to keep the peace in a war they were never meant to fight. They were exhausted from juggling two realities, one with their family and one in their heart. But now their peace is with you. Not the crowd, not the comfort you. Just days ago, they almost ran away to find you. They were ready, bags packed, heart open, but someone in their family threatened everything: finances, reputation, secrets too painful to share. Still, their soul did not bend. They stood firm because they knew this moment was coming. And now not even threats can stop them. They are prepared to risk it all, because what they see in your eyes is worth everything. Type Amen if you are ready for divine risk to become divine reward. Please like and share to send this truth to someone who needs it. You are their sacred mirror. When they look at you, they remember who they are. Not the broken version their family sculpted, but the bold version you saw all along. They feel safe in your energy, even when you're not speaking. You've been the silent healer of their wounds. They know you've waited, they know you've cried and begged for closure. Now they want to bring it. Not in a loud dramatic entrance, but in a quiet moment soaked in destiny. A message will arrive soon. Gentle but unstoppable. Their family tried to steer them toward another life. Another person. They were pressured to choose someone else. But their soul resisted everything. They said that confused you. The delays, the lies, was rooted in that manipulation. But love can't be uprooted by fear. They will say, I chose you in my soul even when my body couldn't follow. And now, their body will finally align with what heaven already declared. This love will shift everything. Some friends won't understand. Some family members may whisper. But what lives inside your heart will be louder than any outside noise. Clear the space, prepare your home. They are coming not as the fractured soul you once knew, but as the version of themselves only you could help unlock. This is not just reconciliation. This is resurrection. Love has risen and it's knocking on your door. They will tell you that they've prayed for your protection, that they begged God to shield you from the storms they were drowning in. They didn't want to pull you into their chaos. But now they know you were sent to bring peace into it. You weren't a mistake, you were a divine appointment. And now with the veil lifted and the drama exposed, everything finally makes sense. They are ready to walk in the light with you beside them. Type Amen if you are ready to walk into the light of love. Support this mission of truth by liking, sharing and subscribing. They'll admit something they've never said out loud. That time stopped when they saw you. That everything around them faded when your spirit came near. Even when they denied it, even when they pushed you away. Their soul whispered your name day and night. That confession will feel like the turning of a sacred page. Every doubt, every moment of confusion will vanish in the presence of truth. Because truth doesn't just inform. It transforms. They may fall to their knees and ask for a second chance. Not only to love you but to honor you. To finally be what they could not before. You'll see it in their eyes. They've journeyed through storms, through fires, through soul-wrenching trials. And they'll say, every scar was worth it just to find my way back to you. Let your heart stay soft. Make room for their return. Because what's coming next is sacred.